I took a walk through this beautiful world, felt the cool rain on my shoulder, found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la.
Pittsburgh is a city of neighborhoods, each with its own rites and rituals. A patchwork of cultures that took shape over a century ago. Back then, the city was a beacon of hope and possibility for people from all over the world, offering the promise of work, prosperity, a new life. Pittsburgh could have been another company town gone to beautiful ruin. But something happened. The city started to pop up on lists of the most livable places in America. It became attractive to a new wave of people from elsewhere looking to reinvent themselves and make a new world. And so we find ourselves asking the same questions we ask in other cities in transition. Are the new arrivals, new money, new ideas saving the city or cannibalizing it? Who will live in the Pittsburgh of the future? And will there be room for the people who stayed true, stuck with it their whole lives?
Oh man, I'm very happy about this. Sausage and peppers, one of my favorite things. All right.
Bocce, the ancient game of kings. Throw the little ball, try and get the other balls close. Closer than the other guys.
Shenton.
Gene, Uncle Gene, this is Anthony Bourdain.
How do you do?
103 years old. 103 years old.
Looking good.
He goes up and down these bocce courts faster than anybody else.
Ah, delicious. This is a weakness of mine. You know, they have these street fairs in New York where they do the sausage and pepper stands. I cannot walk past one of those things without getting them.
That's more than anything else.
So, how long have you lived in this community?
78 years.
So, your whole life? Now, the first wave of Italians who came here from Italy, why did they come here? They come here for steel jobs, coal?
Actually, trade. I think they come here more for the trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plumbers, bricklayers, any kind of trade like that.
Some Italians said that they were told to come over here and they were going to find the roads paved with gold. They said, they didn't tell us we had to build them first.
Yeah. How's the neighborhood changed over the years? Still predominantly Italian-American, or?
Yeah. It's not as much as it was, but it's still more Italian than anything else.
Well, for 35 years or so, it was a tough time for Pittsburgh. Why'd people stay?
Family. Familia.
I tell people, when you come to Bloomfield, don't talk about anybody because we're all connected somehow.
All right. On you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Perfetto.
Don't hit nothing. Go around. That's great.
Ball! Lot of room for four. Hey.
Uncle Eugene can take care of it.
Oh, man.
How old is he?
103-year-old Uncle Gene ruins my dreams of bocce immortality.
Come on, Orr.
And the weather, as if on cue, turns bad. An augur of doom, perhaps.
That's a shame.
And God himself appears to align himself against me, hurling all that beautiful zalzich and meatballs onto the cold, wet ground.
That's still good. That's still good. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I got to eat.
Yeah, well.
Oh, Arlene said, as they passed the old Nabisco plant, cleaned up and advertising condominiums. Have you heard how much they're asking for a one-bedroom? How much? $1.2 million. That is highway robbery. Who would honestly pay that to live in East Liberty? They're calling it East Side now. Who's calling it that? No one I know. It's a boondoggle if I ever saw one. Beside the greed factor, she didn't actually mind the condos. Better than leaving the building empty.
Stuart Onan is a local author who has written 15 novels, many set in Pittsburgh.
We're the city that made the steel, that beat the Confederacy, beat the Kaiser, built the skyscrapers, built the bridges, and beat the Nazis.
Who came in the very beginning, lured by jobs in steel and...
Most of the people that came here, once the steel industry was in place, were people from Central Europe. They were blue collar, they worked long hours, they worked hard, dangerous jobs. They made the money to send their kids to schools to become white collar. At one point, I believe we were the 6th largest city in America. We're now 63rd.
Now, wait a minute. 6th largest in America, now 63rd.
63rd.
So,
yeah.
What happened?
Well, the steel industry began to falter in the 1960s, and by the 1980s, it was essentially dead. In the 1980s, this place was a ghost town. We lost half of our population. They went away.
Right.
And half of your population means at least half, if not more, of your tax base.
But, so what went right?
What went right? What went right, weirdly enough, was what went wrong. We became attractive to people outside of Pittsburgh because it's super affordable.
Bow down to your new masters, your techie future, the robot overlords of a shiny new Pittsburgh. The computer science program at Carnegie Mellon is one of the best in the country, inspiring an arms race between companies looking to recruit brainiacs for new fields of artificial intelligence, cutting-edge medical research, possibly cyborg super nerds who will no doubt revenge themselves on all of us for their painful high school experiences by crushing us between their synthetic mandibles. They are also good for business.
Thank you.
The Googlers who are coming in at the very top of the food chain. And they're walking into brand new housing. They're making 6 figures. They're 23 years old.
Right.
And you know, I think the old school, the people that have been here forever, are not happy about that.
I mean, you know, it's going to be all pencil necks like in 20 years. Bad breeding stock.
It's the problem of inclusion and exclusion, right? It's the American problem, right? It's what Fitzgerald writes about in Gatsby. Who is included, who's excluded, who's allowed in, who isn't.
Right.
And that's the worry, that we're going to forget the people that have lived through it and have stayed here and had no choice but to stay here.
Pittsburgh's Deutschtown is home to one of the oldest German clubs in the U.S. Immigrants founded it in 1854 to preserve a link to their motherland. Today, a new generation is leaving their mark on the city. Justin Severino opened his restaurant Cure as an ode to flesh, smoke, and animal fat. Maggie Meski designs and creates cocktail programs at bars and restaurants across the city. And Sonia Finn was here from the beginning, planting the flag for farm-to-table cooking back in the early days with her restaurant, Dinette. The countryside around Pittsburgh is beautiful, another world. I join a group of foodie all-stars about 20 miles outside of town for a meal.
Are there typical, iconic Pittsburgher qualities?
So you probably worked here and brag about working here. You complain about millennials. You complain about the people on the street harassing you. You don't like anything new.
Right.
At all.
You're describing me.
The menu is looking good, right in my happy zone. Racks of pork rib, grilled hearts of escarole and turnips, a sauce made from the pork drippings, and 4 types of sausage.
They're not now.
Look at this. Whoa,
This is amazing.
That's Titanic. I don't want to speak about Pittsburgh in a dismissive way, but it was not known for being what it is today. People are talking a lot about the food scene here. It was not always so. So what were people eating before?
Steak and potatoes.
Living in San Francisco, as a young person in your 20s, you were going out to eat. That was really important, and we all knew about the restaurants, whether you were in the restaurant business or not.
Right.
And that was in Pittsburgh. And when I opened Dinette in 2008, I'm expecting people like me to be coming in. I'm 29. That's who I'm building this restaurant for, and everyone was
56.
my parents' age or older.
I thought to myself, I'm going to this neighborhood that's basically desolate. I'm going to take this building it's a restaurant that's been closed for 7 years, and I'm going to do something nice here. I didn't expect the reaction I got from the actual people that lived around me.
Right.
Which was not positive. They liked it the way it was. That was their life. And,
right.
I move in, and all of a sudden, I open this restaurant, and people with nice, fancy cars are taking their parking spaces.
Right.
And now I'm a yuppie gentrifier.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Own it.
Sometimes it kind of hurts, right, as a restaurant owner, a small business owner, because there are always haters out there, and you feel like, okay, so somebody wants me to be a small business owner and take care of my employees, and then also on me, they're going to talk about gentrification, right? Like you're just trying to do your thing. You're just trying to do something good.
Right.
And you're trying to do it for you.
Yeah.
And you should.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, for me, it's different. Like, I definitely was thinking about the neighborhood when I did it. Like, I'm not some egomaniac who thinks that, like, just putting out my food is a reason to, like, so everyone can enjoy the, like, artistry of my food. That's why I'm opening a restaurant. That's not the point.
Well, I mean, not to disagree with anything that you just said, but like, I didn't open Cure in Lawrenceville because I wanted to change the neighborhood. I honestly did open Cure for me, 100%. I was like struggling professionally, struggling personally. Cure was all about satisfying me, like 100%.
If I'm running a high-end restaurant in Pittsburgh, who am I employing as porters, dishwashers?
Honestly, like
Students.
Our dishwashers they're white kids.
No way.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is a big, bright, shining star of an example of what blue-collar America, I think, was 100 years ago.
When we're looking at like who's applying, we also need to look at neighborhoods. The topography of Pittsburgh is such that like neighborhoods are separated by
Bridges
and ravines.
Yeah,
and
rivers
this sort
and
of
all this
thing
other
means
stuff, yeah.
that like people stay within their neighborhood.
Everybody's talking now about a Pittsburgh Renaissance. There are artists coming, there are new restaurants. Somebody's making money.
Yes.
Money's definitely coming in. Is it lifting all boats?
No, it is not. The new Pittsburgh attracts new people, but it doesn't change the life for those workers who were left behind and kind of spit out.
This is the Hill District, traditionally African American. The numbers here do not indicate a renaissance. Black homes take in half the income of their white neighbors, and African American youth are 6 times as likely to be arrested, go through the system from which many can never break free. When activist Salahuddin was growing up here, the neighborhood was thriving, the golden age Harlem of Pittsburgh.
They used to call this city hell with the lid off. The mills ran 24 hours a day. I grew up at a time when most adult men in the neighborhood, in the morning, I saw them getting up and going to work. My dad, for example, dropped out of school, but was still able to find work that paid enough to raise a family. My mother had 12 children.
And your dad was able to raise 12 kids?
That's right.
Oh, nice. Wow. That was a very different America.
That was a very different America.
How you doing, Solid?
Good, good. This is where I live. This is where I grew up. All of this area, this whole flat parking lot area that you see, this is where we lived. Devastation. They just completely devastated our whole neighborhood.
In the 1950s, the city came up with a plan to revitalize the Hill District by leveling large swaths of it. 8,000 residents, including Salah, were displaced. And instead of new housing, the land was used to build a hockey arena.
Difficult, painful memories of what used to be, and now we see suburbanites coming in to have a good time, visit the Penguins. They don't live here, they just play here, and they don't know the pain that this playground caused.
What's the missing component here?
What's missing is an economic plan that includes everybody, not just the techies and the computer geeks, but regular people.
By day, a mild-mannered dentist in training, but at night, she becomes, well, a superhero. Brittany Baker is a star of the International Wrestling Cartel. Tonight, she defends her title in a battle of the Wrestling Titans. Boyfriend Adam Cole hopes to win a championship of his own.
Why do you think it's big here?
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah, what is it about Pittsburgh that...
Pittsburgh is a big sports city in general. We have the Penguins, the Pirates, the Steelers.
They're so proud of their sports teams.
They are.
They're also very proud of their wrestling organization.
Everyone's independent. No one's like contracted. You work where you want to work and how you want to work. The big town, small city vibe.
So the fact that it's not WWE is a point of pride.
Yep. To me, wrestling fans are the most passionate fans of any form of sport or entertainment.
I will confess to you, that I took a dim view of professional wrestling. Like I thought, okay, yeah, it's not real. It's like these outrageous characters. I don't get it at all. And my daughter started to get really into it with her best friend. So I got tickets to WWE in New York, and I go in. I'm like, I want to wear a bag on my head because I'm like really embarrassed to go to this thing. This is going to be totally lame. Well, 5 minutes into this thing, I think this is like the greatest show on earth. It's physically very, very demanding, and more to the point, it's super dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, most wrestlers get really busted up. Some of these pile drivers, neck cranks, body slams. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You can get that wrong.
It's
bad.
Everything can be gone in a second.
Wrestling is inches in many scenarios. Like you said, with like a pile driver, if you're off even by a little bit, that could be a broken neck.
A lot of trust.
Yeah.
Right before he's about to go out and wrestle, I always grab him, maybe like give him a kiss, and be like, be safe. Be safe.
Every aspiring wrestler, since the great local hero Bruno Sammartino, needs nourishment. In this case, kielbasa, sauerkraut, some pierogies, and a side of molten mac and cheese.
Oh, I should ask. Are you the heavy? What, is it the heavy or the what's the bad guy called?
The heel.
The heel.
The heel.
Are either of you the heel or are you the?
She's a big baby
I'm a
face.
mega baby face.
heel.
Yes.
So babyface is who everybody wants to win.
Yes.
You're a heel?
I am.
So what qualities is one looking for in a heel?
It's just being someone that an audience member either doesn't want to be or wants to see get their ass kicked.
So overconfident.
Yep.
Narcissistic.
Yep.
Sneaky.
It's good.
Yeah, exactly.
You might be good. You got it.
You could be a
great
heel tomorrow. Yeah.
Comes naturally. Is it a sport or is it more of a cathartic emotional experience? Because it goes beyond sport. There's nuance there. There are tortured souls who are struggling with the good and evil in themselves.
Wrestling is live theater, it's sport, it's a rock concert, it's all this stuff wrapped into one. I think when people realize that pro wrestling has more in common with Game of Thrones than it does UFC, they accept it more and they appreciate it for what it is.
Come to the Yoja corner, where the kielbasa is delicious, chunky too, tasty too, make your belly feel so good. Everybody, come to the Yoja corner. Come to
Alexander Yoza Bodner fled Hungary during the Soviet Union's crushing suppression of their revolution in 1956. At Yoza Corner, he runs what's not really a restaurant in the classic sense, but a house party with food. Classics from the old country like chicken paprikash, langosh, and kobas.
Cheers.
My dining companion is part of a more recent wave of immigrants. Jamilka Borges moved here from Puerto Rico in 2007 and began working in what was then a restaurant scene that was just getting started.
You spent your whole life in Puerto Rico before you came
I did. I moved here, when I was 21, and I don't know, Pittsburgh is like really unique, like in the sense that everybody knows each other. It's such a small town that like you know everyone, and it was really easy to make friends, and that made it easier.
What about culturally? How different? Oh, cucumber salad?
Cucumber salad.
Beautiful.
It's very much like a really white town. Like, we go to every single restaurant, and like, it's white males. People not even understanding like the relationship that we had as a country with Puerto Rico. Like, no, I don't need a green card to work here, right?
10 years later, she was running Spoon and getting national attention for her Latin-influenced take on new American food.
Why did you decide to stay?
It's like I wanted to cook, which I had no clue what that meant. And I needed to prove something, like for me, for my family, for like, I don't know.
Spite.
Yeah, it's spite.
It was
It was
spite.
like,
Look,
no.
that's a powerful
It
motive.
was like a kind of like my family had no clue what I was going into. I still remember like my grandmother being like, you're gonna be what? Like Puerto Rico, like my grandma's vision was like, oh, you either cook for your husband or family, or you're like professional help.
Certainly, when I started in the business anyway, it was pretty much a boys' club in the kitchen. What was it like here when you started? Was it different here?
No, it was, and I think to a certain degree, still is. Like this mushroom guy who comes every year, he knows who I am, and I'm like the only person like with a clipboard in white, and he's still like, can I talk to the chef? That's me. I'm on the side of.
Let me smack you and write chef backwards on your forehead. So, who's coming to town now? I mean, who are your customers?
So, last 3-4 years, we have been having like new move of like 30, like young, mid-20 somethings to 30 something, like engineers and like tech people moving into town.
That's good for business.
Sure, but
You seem wary about the future. Do you think this is a bubble, or do you think it's going to keep growing?
I think I'm usually like a really positive person, and I'm like, I want it to work. Yes, I am definitely worried. I think that the city is growing fast, and like, I don't know if we're able to keep up with it.
This is not my town anymore. When I was young and growing up, we're shooting craps and chased by the cops. Now I'm sitting around with a bunch of people talking about hops. This is not my town anymore.
The town of Braddock is where Andrew Carnegie built his first steel mill in the 1870s. By the turn of the century, he bought another one up the river, the Carey Furnaces. These smoke and fire-belching behemoths were the heart of a steel-producing industry that spread throughout the Monongahela River Valley, generating wealth and power to the few and a decent living to many.
When tomorrow comes, you'll have a better so-called today. So your thinking of the day will decide your destiny and your future. And if you don't succeed, it's your own fault because you didn't take control of what you think. Because what you think is going to decide what you do, and what you do is going to decide what you get. That's all for today, fellas. Let's go to work.
For the last 40 years, Tony Buba has been making documentaries about the fate of the working class in Braddock. He grew up here during the town's heyday, the 40s and 50s, before leaving to go to film school.
Why'd you come back?
Why'd I come back? I was going from like 68 to about 75. Then I came home and I saw everything's decaying even more. And the people I hung out with, like this Sal, Carilla, and other guys, they were these really characters.
She gonna push the button on me. No one's gonna push the button on me. Nobody. Nobody. The only guy who can do that is that guy up there, JC. JC, my man. He's working.
A lot of World War II people that were starting to die off. And I was really like, this is going to disappear. And the industry's going away. So I didn't know what else to make films about, so I just started documenting. And I just wanted to capture it and get some of these characters on film and make them mythical.
But you stayed in Braddock because Braddock was your subject.
It was my subject, and I thought, okay, what if I move? If I move to Los Angeles, maybe I'd get a job in industry, but what if I got stuck working on a Love Boat my whole life? You know?
Well, yeah, that would be the nightmare.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
In the mid-20th century, the population of Braddock was 20,000. Today, it's down to 2,000, more than 40% of whom live below the poverty line.
No, this is where I went to junior high school.
Closed?
Yeah, closed.
So who's moving in? Is anyone moving in now?
Nobody's moving into Pittsburgh, actually.
Well, I thought you had all these tech jobs coming in.
Yeah,
Google and Uber. And...
all that stuff is coming in, but they sort of do this upbeat bullshit about people coming in. If it wasn't for some 30,000 immigrants, the population would have dropped even more.
Now, this is the brewer.
Right. Yeah, they've done really well with this place.
Well, who drinks there? I mean, are they locals?
No, it's too expensive, $7 a beer. There's people coming in on bicycles, grabbing a beer, getting something from the taco truck, and they want to sort of have the Wire experience, you know? Yeah, I was in Braddock having a beer, you know, sort of giving a little cred to their lives, I don't know. And it's all sort of, you know, white businesses.
In 1988, the state classified Braddock as financially distressed, their term for bankruptcy, a status it still holds today.
This is still working?
This is still working. It's the only plant working in the whole Mon Valley. This is my dad worked for 46 years. The last time I was there, it looked like a spaceship. It was also modernized. There's probably 500 people doing the work. You know, when my dad was in there, 5,000.
So what do you think it's going to take? Or do you think it's just going to die?
I figure we're in the last stages of capitalism.
But you're talking socialism.
Yeah, I'm talking socialism, yeah.
When the magical workers' paradise arrives, will Braddock be here?
Will Braddock be here? Wish there was like a simple answer to all this. I'll die before I actually see what happened. I'm not going to know the story, and it really bothers me. It's the only thing I hate about the thought of dying, is I don't know what the story's going to be.
Braddock, Pennsylvania, sustained a real traumatic unraveling that was common in Rust Belt communities and towns, but ours was a particularly severe example of that.
Average income?
We're around 20,000, so
Which
we're
is
substantially below the Pennsylvania average.
Yeah, I'll have mothers that will call me on a Monday, and you know, by Friday they're going to be out of food to feed their 3 kids, and this happens quite regularly.
John Fetterman does not look like your typical mayor, and he isn't. He came to Braddock in 2001 to help at-risk youth get their GEDs and ran for office here in one of the most depressed towns in the state 4 years later. His wife, Giselle, is from Rio, and she runs a nonprofit that provides food and essential supplies for more than 1,500 families each month.
A lot of people in this country are angry. They feel that their anger has not been acknowledged in any way. And frankly, I think they're right.
Yep.
There was a sense, particularly in rural white America, of aggrievement, that nobody's listening, nobody's caring about them.
Well, I mean, Western PA played a pivotal role in helping elect Donald Trump, and he turned Pennsylvania red for the first time since '88, and did it so with a margin of about 44,000 people, a lot of whom, as you referenced, are disaffected Democrats. Somebody phrased it to me where it's like, if the economy's not going to work for me, then I don't want it to work for anybody.
How does that manifest itself on a local basis for you?
It's an honor to be involved, and I hope whoever it is that's next realizes that you need to go outside your community's borders to bring help in, and that's what I've tried to do.
That means people like 4-time Super Bowl champion Franco Harris. And if you're wondering how he could help, you might be surprised by the answer.
Franco and I hope to be growing medical marijuana about a block from here. We put in an application for a large grow facility here in our community, which would be a real economic shot in the arm, and it's been a real honor to partner with someone like Franco.
Why is this a cause for you?
I'm a believer in medical marijuana because of pain management. And I've run into many ex-players who deal with pain management. And right now, the alternatives don't look good, and we have a lot of problems with the alternatives.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
That they've had.
You know, Western PA has been ravaged by the opioid crisis.
Right.
And it positions us for the eventual legalization of marijuana, and
it would also pull Braddock out of Act 47, so we would no longer be fiscally bankrupt.
Braddock lost its initial bid for a medical marijuana license, but there are a few other madcap entrepreneurial efforts in town. Lone dreamers with a plan. One such dreamer is chef Kevin Sousa. Kevin was one of the first of a new generation of chefs to bring national attention to Pittsburgh when he opened his restaurant, Salt of the Earth, in 2010.
What are we looking at here, Chef?
All right, so we are landlocked, so seafood is tough. This is Lake Erie walleye pike, some new potatoes from the farm, some of the crackling from the fish, took the skin, crisped it up, it's nice and crunchy, and then just a lot of little farm herbs.
Now, after some bumps in the road, he's improbably turning this building, a former Chevy dealership, into his latest restaurant, Superior Motors. Opening night is less than a month away.
Do I have to eat this? I mean, it's too pretty. It's too pretty to eat. Jeez.
The fish was amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
Where were you born and raised?
McKees Rocks.
Close to your roots.
Yeah. In locality and in spirit.
Is the restaurant business any? I mean, because I know it's been bumpy for you.
It has.
You overexpanded.
Overexpanded with no capital. I just thought we were going to open the doors and everyone was going to go apeshit for whatever it is that I served, and I learned. As serendipity would have it, I met John, asked if I'd be interested in going for a walk in Braddock, came out to Braddock, fell in love.
With Braddock now.
With Braddock. It reminded me of McKees Rocks, and McKees Rocks, has suffered much in the same way as Braddock has.
Kevin says he has ambitions that go beyond turning a profit. His restaurant hopes to provide tuition-free training, and they're partnering with a local urban farm that employs high school students to grow produce in the shadows of the old steel mill. And though we are talking a swank, high-end restaurant designed to attract the moneyed classes from out of town, locals will be offered steeply discounted meals.
So this is beautiful grass-fed beef short ribs sitting on a bed of lightly blanched milkweed buds on top, a bunch of overwintered sun-choked chips.
Awesome.
That's the compliment.
Yeah. So what happens if everything works out the way you want it to? Meaning people are driving from all over the state, they're flying into Pittsburgh from all over the country. The parking lot is full of places, packed and fully booked every night. Then what happens?
You're moving towards the G word, and
which word? No, not yet.
Braddock is gentrification proof, essentially. Our biggest challenge has been abandonment, not people being displaced. To directly answer your question, Chef, long after I've shuffled off this mortal coil, the work will never be done here. This is a decades-long process.
If you head east 30 miles from Pittsburgh, you'll find yourself here in New Alexandria. It's a whole other world. No tech incubators here or fears of gentrification. Just good heartland fun on a Friday night. Family, fried dough, and demolition. Brooke Davis grew up a few towns over from here. Tonight, she's driving in the modified class, which means these cars ain't exactly street legal. The winner gets $900. So how long have you been doing this?
Like getting into it, like 6 years.
And how did it all begin?
Well, my dad, him and my uncle, ran back in like the 80s and 90s, and it's just been something I grew up with, so.
I mean, the only other thing we really do for fun is we four-wheelers, razors, side-by-sides, and hunt.
Chris Quensler is a welder and considered one of the best demo mechanics in the area.
What are the rules as far as the vehicle itself? I mean, can you build, theoretically, you're allowed to build some monster road warrior, thing with some guitar dude on the front and special hidden reinforcement and spikes
No,
and
it's
shit?
not death race. It's not death race.
But Brooke is one of the best girl drivers, female drivers that I've seen.
Wait a minute, what's the difference between male and female drivers? Is there any?
There's not very many females that actually compete with the guys.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be great to see some big meathead fall to his knees sobbing after you just totally
Maybe.
destroyed?
Depends on
Some
who
guy's
they
been
are.
talking shit all week.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That would have to be good.
Yeah.
So tonight, are you going to
Probably I'm the only girl that's running out there with
Well,
guys.
let us hope that tonight is your night. I'm going to give it another shot.
Yes, cheers. Thank you.
Point of the game is
Be the last car running.
right. Now, what's the sweet spot? Where do you want to hit a
Wheels
car?
and tires.
Yeah.
Wheels and tires.
Yeah. I like to look for the weakest car, get them out of the way first. with guys that have been running for a really long time. Sometimes they think I'm an easy target. Maybe I might get scared, but it's definitely not like that. I can battle it out to the end. I'm not gonna quit.
What's the best part of driving? I mean, other than winning, obviously.
I was gonna say winning.
My best moment of driving is anytime it comes down to me and my brother or one of me and my friends, when you get down to the end knowing you beat everybody else.
So when you destroy a friend's hopes and dreams, that's...
Oh, it's the best.
By the end, most cars are worse for wear. Brooke comes in third place, so she doesn't walk away empty-handed.
So present your $50 bill. We start off back up.
All over Western Pennsylvania, from small towns like this to the largest city, Pittsburgh, people face the same struggles as beleaguered, deindustrialized areas across the country. How do you move into the future and hold on to what you love about the past? There are probably no easy answers. Things will change. They are changing. But for now, let's just wreck some cars. Southern Italy, the heel of the boot. Remote, vast open spaces. The red earth here has a magnetic pull. Raw, alternately charming, and savage. Now, in the annals of food, this is like a divisive dish. Basically anything with ricci, also known as uni. We call it sea urchin roe. This is truly one of the greatest things on earth. God damn. Despite its uncanny beauty, southern Italy's Puglia and Basilicata regions are some of the least populated, least visited, least known parts of the country. A mix of sea, hills, valleys, and rich earth. The food here is Italian, but completely its own.
A little garlic, pepperoncino, parsley. Sea urchin, some kind of fish, fumet. Pasta, that's it. Oh, incredible. Never been to this part of Italy before. A lot of blue here. Light browns and ochres and white. I don't know, you just look at this place, it demands a big space. As I walk around, I'm always humming with these Ennio Morricone scores. For a few dollars more, Once Upon a Time in the West. So good. Sort of meal that makes you want to start smoking again. Oh, grazie. Oh, God, that's good. Jesus.
Feudal, ungovernable, it was believed once that civilization and Christianity would never reach this far south into the heel of Italy's boot. A lawless land filled with folklore and tales of spirits and possession. A blood soup of Christianity and paganism.
I had an extremely handsome brother, and I was I was like an elf. So I kind of didn't get the attention from the mother that my brother did. I had very big lips as a child, and she always used to say that I should have plastic surgery. But when you see my daughter, Sophia, she's got my lips.
Yeah.
But they look good on her.
Up in the mountains, you find tiny medieval-era villages like Bernaldo, seat of the paternal family roots of this man, Francis Ford Coppola.
Welcome, benvenuto. Thank you.
One of the greatest filmmakers of all time.
You have deep roots here.
My grandfather always told the stories of Bernalda Bella. And oddly enough, he never had gone back once he left as an American immigrant. But it became mythical to me. The story is that the family originally came from Lecce, and someone got the sister pregnant, and they killed her. And then they became briganti. So they were one step ahead of the law, and then they settled down and became laborers in olive fields. And that's really the origins of the Coppola family. Because the South was so oppressed by the North, it stayed the same. They haven't had 1,000 years of cheap gyp the tourist. And you come and you can walk out in the street, you're in a real Italian town where the people don't know anything about it. They'll invite you to their house for dinner here, quite innocently. Mm-hmm. How long that will last, I don't know. What we're looking at here is a food. I thought you'd get a kick out of lambrascione, or my family call it lambrajune. It's the bulb of a flower, a hyacinth.
Wow.
You score it, and then you put it in deep fry, and that turns into a flower.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. This is incredible. So you may have some history with this house. I mean, was it your grandfather was boning the help here? Or was it?
You know, heard that story. My grandfather was, they called him Zumpe Balcone. He was girl crazy. And he would go up on the roof and go down to where the maid was, Palmetta, and conduct this affair. And so when I found this place years later, there was in fact a roof leading to a housemaid's, and I fantasized that perhaps that was where it happened. Dove, we have to have more food. Prende the seconda. This is a dish, we called it codene. How do you call it?
Potenna.
Yeah, this is like basically, my father said,
Big
this
skin.
This is the football.
Wait a minute, you had this at your dinner table as like a young man, as a
Yeah,
kid?
a little kid.
Wow.
I hated it.
Of course.
But now I don't.
Oh, so good.
We're dining at Palazzo Margherita, not the ancestral home of generations of Coppolas, but might well have been the one-time manor house of those who lorded over them while they worked in the fields.
During Mussolini time, every town had a podesta, the official of the fascist party. And this family was the podesta.
Oh.
The ladies here were so, you know, snobby. I mean, we are low-class Italians. They were more high-class Italians.
It took years and a lot of money converting the once grand but decaying mansion into a boutique hotel.
You know, when you bought this place, is there a sense of vengeance?
You know, by then, The Godfather had come out 40 years ago.
No, I mean, look, it's not about the film. It's about a historical correction.
There's a saying, you know what Italian Alzheimer's is? Do you know what it is? You forget everything but the grudge. This is the only internal garden in Basilicata. I don't think any of the normal people had ever been permitted to visit it.
Right.
So I was happy that normal people were going to be here. The Godfather was a weird experience in my life because it was so much more successful than I could have ever anticipated, so that I became well known around the world in ways that was almost embarrassing. And so when I came here, they made me an honorary citizen, and they had the little school children out in a parade. And if I think about it, as a new kid in a school, my greatest fear was embarrassment. Oh, here's Francis. He's the new student. Oh, Francis is a girl's name. I was embarrassed in front of everyone, and I was a total outsider. And then when I became, on the other side of the Godfather, when I became so well known, I was also an outsider. So I've always been an outsider. What's in there?
Some lamb chops.
Oh,
and,
lamb chops, okay.
Some lamb head.
Oh, the capucel is in there?
It's over there.
So you're getting a whole lamb's head.
Oh, look at this. Here we go. Come on out, man.
Oh, that's very
You're-
good. Is this
you're
for me?
young. Give me a plate.
Oh, okay. Mmm.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Come here, little one. Hello, sweetie pie.
Hello.
This is my friend. No, we went last night, and it was so great. We went to the local circus. The tigers and giraffe and water oxen.
Did you go to the circus? Was it good? Cool. What was your favorite part?
When the giant fake gorilla came.
Bellissimo. Che porto, eh?
That smell,
The smell of the port. It's some dead fish. It's not fresh fish. It's dead fish. No.
Today, we fish.
Ah, e allora?
No, poi tieni le scarpe.
Ma no, me le tolgo.
Va bene. Franco, tira sotto, Franco. Vabbè, va fatto già, vai.
For once, I'm confident of success with Dino and Franco and their trusty wooden gozzo, as they call these boats.
Ciao, Vito!
And And for good luck, I have Asia Argento along, who in addition to directing and acting in films for like the last 30 years, has spent a hell of a lot of time doing this.
No, ridi da posta sono.
Ah, la vedo, non è così.
Se vuoi ti aiuto io di qua.
Ah, metterlo...
Devi lavorare all'impiedi se vuoi imparare.
Oh, ma io l'ho fatto, guagliò, l'ho fatto 1000 volte.
Ma sai quanti
Io
schiaffi
faccio le gambe, madonna mia.
Oh, Cristo, te puccione.
Dai, hai visto come so fare? Oh, quasi un uomo.
Le donne sono quasi uomini.
You've never done this?
I've done this. I've stood there and watched somebody else do it.
Oh, eccolo lo scorponello. Scorpion fish.
Oh, nice.
A little one. Ok, Anthony, dai, take over.
Ciao, Magno, non ha perduto un senso, dai, che cacchio.
It's good for the hangover. No, forearm. It's very good for the hangover.
Viene leggera?
Sì, sì. Oh, che bello! È il serpente di mare.
Beautiful. You're making him talk like a little hand puppet, too. He's like, he had his little hand.
Hey, you had too much to drink last night.
Non morde, dai!
Ma lo so, ma la testa...
Sì, se lo vuoi ammazzare ti do un morso in testa.
Ma non c'è la parola in italiano per uno quando si sente il giorno dopo che si è ubriacato, come ti dice?
Ubriaco.
There's no word for hangover.
We have to invent a
It's
word
incredibly
for hangover
optimistic
in
and
Italian.
unusual.
Yeah, I know, there's none.
Non è che diciamo
Because it's shameful.
Oh!
Bravo!
Hanno pescato in due, quando si vogliono bene, quando due, eh? Oh. Vabbè, va! Ehi! Mette buche?
I want to see what's inside his gut.
Maybe a half-digested Speedo.
Ah, look at all this goodness.
You know, you're enjoying that a little too much.
Any notions I had of spending an idyllic afternoon by the shore are quickly dashed when I discover it's a religious holiday. Which apparently means Italians grease up, strap on their tiniest bathing suits, and hit the beach en masse. Our intrepid fisher folk and some friends collaborate with Asia and me on a picnic/barbecue/beach party.
Okay, and the 2 lobsters. Look at all that roe. Oh, that, I mean, the tamale.
Che bello.
Questo è lo cotto alla monopolitana. L'ho cotta come mi ha insegnato mia madre.
E come si fa?
Questo si mette prima olio, aglio e cipolla.
Sì.
The sauce, see all those little fish paid off. They're going in already, my God. You're not waiting. Good, I'm in.
Oh, manana. They're hungry.
Yeah, that's it.
Starving.
Super. It's good. Good job.
Mi ero dimenticato il nome, la verità.
The lobster looks great, mamma mia. La femmina bugiarda m'ha lasciata. E tu, poverina, vieni a mangiare.
Ani, stai zitta, che è poco per noi. Che facciamo?
Io c'ho fame!
dopo facciamo...
Pensa, va, terribile.
Chi ti hai chiamato? Bravo Franco, come sei bravo a pulire.
It's incredible.
These are incredible.
It's so sweet.
Yeah. Sì, vino.
Guarda un po', mia moglie sta guardando. Che se non sta,
Se non sta guardando?
Ne faccio 2 bottiglie di vino, ormai lasci se l'ho preso.
Aspetta, quello.
Oh, look at this.
Ah, bella.
Ma è vuota.
È finita già.
This is a uniquely Italian thing.
With the speedos.
The banana hammock.
The what?
Banana hammock.
In America, people don't want to get a tan like this.
Yeah, they don't want to reveal that much about themselves. It
But
takes
so
a
they
mystery
wear
out
the
of big boxer. You know,
boxers.
keep them guessing until it's too late.
Bisogna anche vedere. Ma quella che hanno messo qualche calzetta.
Ah, ci mettono
o qualche
dentro.
cetriolo. No, non lo so.
Come
mettono gli salami.
Ah, i salami.
Come la proposta dell'elefante. Chi te lo dice? Tu te li puoi aspettare.
It's like an elephant trunk. It can grow incredibly.
Oh, he's a grower, not a shower.
Ma questo è tutto a registrare sta.
Ma dove? Oh!
Ah sì! Vivi morto. Rossi.
The heel of Italy's boot has been referred to as the land of remorse, la terra del rimorso, which also translates to land of the rebitten. Here, in this harsh landscape, lives the tarantula, and the echoes of some deep, dark, pre-Christian pagan shit, like Tarantism. A dance, a ritual, an exorcism, an expression of unspeakable desires.
What is this one?
Humble
Can we
local
trust it?
wine. It's rustica.
Rustico.
Rustico.
Here we are at the humble masseria.
Now, what is a
Street
masseria?
crowd. A masseria is a place that was the bigger house where the family would stay, and then the farmers, the animals.
It's a plantation.
It's a plantation. The
This would
farms,
be the big
olives.
house.
Ehi, ammazza quante cose a me. La dia a lui, santo cielo. Un sacco di pasta. The women are very provocative, huh? To say the least. It's like at your place in America. Hookers.
No, it's Hooters.
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 Local Apulian superstition has it, if a tarantula bit someone, most often a woman while she worked the fields, it could lead to some pretty direct and disturbing demonstrations of carnality and desire. The victim tortured by something supernatural, toxic, for which there was only one cure.
La Taranta. There's the kind of music that was played with these women who are possessed. bit by the tarantula. All of a sudden, a woman would be on the floor, speaking in tongues, like, oh, and the family doesn't know what to do. There was only one remedy, calling the musicians in. They would have this kind of ecstatic and orgasmic, pretty much, moment where they were released from this ultimately sexual possession.
Over the generations, the Catholic Church absorbed ancient pagan traditions like Tarantism, and the ritualistic, frenzied music and dance associated with it evolved into what we know today as pizzica and tarantella. While elsewhere in Europe, belief in afflictions like Tarantism died off, down here, old-school rituals are still practiced. Victims of the tarantula's bite experience swelling, pain, spasms, and when exposed to music, hysteria.
Wow. There's a sense of vastness that I'm not used to. So does this remind you of your cowboy movies?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, the lone gunman out for vengeance would be riding in a long shot over there.
The cave city of Matera was occupied for a span of 9,000 years, predating the days of Christianity, the Roman, and even Greek empires.
So this was the shame of Italy, this place.
It doesn't look shameful to me.
Back in the day, right, this was where
people lived in caves and they had no god.
After centuries of neglect, Matera's cave communities became, for post-war Italy, a symbol of national dysfunction, backwardness, and horrifying living conditions.
I mean, this is an area that was known for briganti, outlaws, bandits. So this was always where, you know, the losers were sent. Into the 50s and 60s, this was considered an embarrassment and a shame. People lived
because they had no water, yes.
10 kids, shitting in a bucket, up to 50% mortality rate among children.
Malaria was endemic, with children begging in the street for quinine to prevent it.
They were burning fire to keep the animals away as the children were dying.
In the 1950s, the population was forcibly relocated, leaving Matera's cave structures abandoned.
And the way they lived, you know, they were still pagan.
And of course now it's
Because of Mel
Airbnb.
Gibson and all the Christ movies, because it looks like Jerusalem at the time of Christ. And it's strange that, you know, in a place that had no God, they shot all the Christ movies. Jesus brought the money, and all of a sudden this became hip, and people wanted to live in the caves and make bed and breakfast, and expensive. It's expensive to live in the caves now.
But this is the story of every beautiful place, kind of. It's like, let's move everybody out, and then in come the hipsters and the postcards and the Airbnbs. And thank God nobody's living
like
here.
You, but anyway,
You're right, you're right.
Yeah, because people like you make it, oh, this looks so wonderful, I want to go see. And then they bring the money in, and
Oh my God, I am selling Airbnbs right now, as we speak.
They put the cross up there. So up there you go to see Christ.
To take your selfie. But it's beautiful, it's still beautiful.
No,
It
it's
looks
awesome.
idyllic, right?
I've never seen a place like this. Not even in Jerusalem. Until the tourist arrives and they make it
Right.
disgusting. I mean, they make it
Different.
yes.
Alla riunina, riunina, riula. Da zita iola degno e de dice da zita. Ui, ui, ui.
Bellissimo.
Bravissima, bellissima.
Excelente.
My grandma died when I was a kid, and those of you who know me know I'm always on the lookout for another one. Anybody's grandma, to cook for me and make me feel like everything's gonna be okay.
Buonasera. Buonasera. Ciao, dammi un bacio. Ciao Maria.
Our friend Angelo introduces us to Nonna Maria.
Che bella orecchietta, eh?
E si vede, guarda com'è carnosa.
Sì.
No, magari se vuole ne mettiamo un pochino, dai, mettilo, dai. Come vuoi? Facciamo abbondante, Anthony, dai.
Mettici il formaggio.
Sì, subito.
Formaggio ricotta,
Cacio ricotta.
Cacio ricotta.
Cacio ricotta.
Cacio
Eccezionale.
ricotta, sì.
Eccezionale.
What's the difference between ricotta and cacio ricotta?
Cacio è cavallo. It's a bit smoky.
Oh, che profumo, complimenti.
Mangiate, buon appetito.
Grazie.
Grazie, signor Rosario, Padre, Figlio, Spirito Santo.
No, è buonissimo. Eccezionale, signora Maria.
Grazie.
Vino. Che vuoi, Maria? Vino?
Sì, sì. Vedi un sacerdote, stasera non è venuto, non ho telefonato, vieni. Non ha voluto
volevo
venire.
venire. She's saying she has a priest coming every night to have dinner with her. È un brav'uomo.
Sì, no, è bravo, come un figlio per me.
Giovanni si chiama?
Sì, sì, sì.
Don Giovanni.
Don Giovanni.
I originally had in mind, oh, I don't know, some polite dinner conversation. Maybe changing times, history of the region.
First of all, I guess.
No, il Signore, no, io sono molto amore verso il Signore.
But Maria had other things on her mind.
So I want to know, what are the differences in character, in the heart and character of the Pugliese
and the rest of Italy.
and the rest of Italy?
Dice Maria a quest'età, 89, dice, e poi tutti gli acciacchi che tieni. Dice, il Signore ti vuole bene, a te ti fa le grazie. Dice, non te li posso fare, sono 3 sere che non mi fai i piatti, perché lui soffre. Si sta tante cose, figlio mio. Sta male dopo venire.
She's sorry, I mean, he's
E
sorry
mi
that
fece
she's
piangere, mi fece piangere. Ieri sera mi fece piangere.
Last night he made
Maria, non fare così, ma dai.
Non vieni a piangere, perché le voglio bene come una figlia, capite? Mi voglio bene come una figlia. Ecco. Dunque.
In the end, sometimes all you can do is get out of the way and enjoy the ride.
Andarono 2 donne, andarono al vescovo, non ti stavo dicendo, quelle troie. Scusami signore, sai, mi è venuta. No, cattive sono state, lo devono pagare però. No, la devono pagare, nell'ora e nel diavolo che se li porta all'inferno.
Aspetta, vuole chiedere una domanda, Anthony.
Why is it St. Peter or St. Paul or both? Why are they the?
I peperoni non li vuoi
Allora,
assaggiare?
Oh, super.
Tu quanti figli hai, Maria?
2, un maschio e una femmina.
Un maschio e una femmina.
Ma sono brave tutte e 2, tengo dei figli di oro, guarda.
E Maria, però non ti vengono le lacrime, mi fai dispiacere,
no,
Maria.
No, ma
dai,
sono lacrime
bravo.
di gioia.
Dai, è la gioia, brava, la gioia, gioiosa ti vogliamo.
La
Maria.
gioia.
La gioia ci vuole, brava Maria.
Ah, senti.
Come ti senti con le gambe? Le gambe?
Ah, che quelle
Possiamo aiutare?
No,
Maria,
state
se-
comodi. L'aiuto io Maria per piacere. Asia, l'aiuto io Maria. Maria, tutto bene?
The cushion. No, I know what you're
Yeah,
tempted to do.
but
That's the
you
bad
know,
part.
when I was a child, my mother took me.
That's a good pope or the Nazi?
No, he was the good one. He
Which
was not
one
the
is this?
Nazi. This is not Papa Nazi.
That's a good one. The current one, the one before?
Eh? Perfetto.
Whatever.
Voitila. Papa... Bello Papa Voitila. Io l'ho incontrato Papa Voitila.
Quanto sei bello.
Mi ha accarezzato. She loves us, so beautiful.
Comunque Maria, le orecchiette erano
Ah, guarda, l'abbiamo finito di... Bravo!
eccezionali, proprio.
Ave Maria, Vergine del cielo, la prece nostra si volge a te con fervore, perdona noi peccator. Ave Maria.
You know why the streets are empty?
Why?
Because everyone is celebrating St.
Oh,
Peter.
the festa.
The festa dei Santi.
You throw a party and celebrate the death of two saints.
Double P. Paolo e Pietro.
The festival of local patron saints Peter and Paul is equal parts religious celebration and a big party. But I'm not going.
All right.
You don't want to go see the feast of the saints?
No. I did not. I'm named after a saint. But, but I have...
Which Anthony? Which Antonio?
One who loves animals.
No.
Cooked.
No. But with Antonio, there's Antonio, he loves kids.
I like kids. Not cooked. So, you have been reading up on St. Peter, I've been reading up on St. Paul. You know, two people were brutally, one was crucified upside down.
Peter.
My guy had his head lopped off.
Oh, he was beheaded.
He was beheaded.
For certain.
St. Paul wasn't like a nice guy.
No, he was terrible.
He was in charge of persecuting heretics and Christians.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's on his way to Damascus to torture the fuck out of some more Christians. And he experiences a blinding light. He goes blind.
And what does the voice say? I am Jesus, your Lord. You're torturing Christians. Like, you shall stop.
Yeah. Get on board, get on the Jesus train. And then 3 days later, the scales fell from his eyes.
Yes, but the scales is like prosciutto. Like, he had prosciutto in front of his eyes and fell down. And then he was like, oh, he was...
You're making me hungry.
It's a miracle. Oh, wow.
As important as religion, folklore, and history are to me, you know what's more important? Dinner. A last grab at some local specialties.
In the past, the town was considered a sacred site, protected by St. Paul, who, according to local belief, made the land and its inhabitants immune to the bites of poisonous animals, especially the tarantula. That's why, here you go.
A few final moments of happiness, far from the madness.
Budget's going good now. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. The streets are incredibly clean.
I mean, I've never seen, like, when you walk around the streets, they shine. There's more money, there's more tourism. But what is this hiding? Because for me, when I see perfect beauty, I always wonder what's behind. Parla più piano che nessuno sentirà. Il nostro amore lo viviamo io e te. Nessuno sa la verità. E un grande amore, mai più grande, esisterà. E un grande amore, così grande, esisterà.